Welcome to another exciting episode of the Million Dollar Peddlers. I'm Paper Guy.
I'm Mr. Magazine.
We're shooting this right around graduation time, and I believe the correct term would be sales are putrid, Mr. Magazine.
That's my word.
It is. I've heard that from any number of people. So let me tell you what I'm doing to jumpstart sales a little bit, and tell me if you follow the same thing. Whenever my sales are slow, I get it in my head that if I can have a sale or two, that almost jumpstarts the rest of the sales. And so people will be making me offers that are a little bit lower than I want. Now, not insulting level,
Right.
but they are a little bit lower than I want. And if it's, 7:30 in the morning and I got no offers overnight and it's the first offer of the day, I'm actually accepting that offer, even though it's not quite as much money as I'd like.
Right.
Because my theory is, hey, I've sold something, and it does seem to be that once you sell something, it seems like you sell something else.
Right.
Is just generally how it is.
Yeah.
And my thought process at this point is becoming more and more, because I don't pay very much for my items. I pay $1 or so on average, maybe $2, whatever. I paid $1 for it, and I have a chance to get 15 back. You put your shipping, all this, still put a $10 bill in my pocket.
Right.
Would I rather have that $10 bill in my pocket, or would I rather have that playbill that I paid $1 for a couple of years ago?
The $10.
Yes, you're very good. You're absolutely right. Even if I feel that it should go for 20 to 22, I'll take the 15 at this point when things are slow.
Mm-hmm.
Now, obviously, when things were going great during the pandemic and the like, then I was being a little more picky about what I was, because we all have our needs as to how much money we need in and what we expect to have in. And if I'm having a $400 day, which for me is a phenomenal day, you make me an offer of $15 on something I want 28 for, I'm not accepting it unless it's been listed since 2014 or something.
Sure.
But if I just listed it 6 months ago, I'm not taking that $15 because it's worth more than that.
Yeah.
But if it's a really bad day, I'm doing it that way. So what is your thoughts and your philosophy on that sort of thing?
Yeah, I'm definitely doing that as well. If it's something's older or more common, I'm definitely taking a lower offer. And I may take 50%. So on something that's $20 and the offer $10, well, I've had it for 8 years. It's a Time magazine. There's probably somebody that's selling cheaper than that $10. I might as well take it. I got to move it out. If it's something that's newer, and say I'm asking 40, like you said, and they offered 15, well, I might go to $23 and counter. I don't think they're going to pay 25, but maybe, I don't mind selling for 20. If I go to 23, maybe they'll hit me up at 20 and I'll get rid of it that way. So I'm definitely selling things for less to make my nut. But it's stuff that's more common. I don't care about if I get rid of it. Obviously, if it's a Mickey Mantle picture worth $1,000, I'm not selling it for 500. So I'm being, I'm picking and choosing what I can let go, but I'm pretty flexible as well.
And you were running behind a little bit today because you were taking one of the little magazines and something or other that he had to do. And so I was going through your items that sold to put up the Bolo video. And it kind of jumped out at me how many magazines you were moving at fairly low prices, $8, $10, $12 prices.
Mm-hmm.
Now, granted, you do charge shipping on top of that.
Right.
But they were also things like True magazines that I probably had 8 copies of that throughout the years that I've sold, the specific one that you sold and the like. And so I kind of was wondering, I guess in the past, not that I stalk your auctions by any means, but every once in a while I do have to put things up for the Bolo video.
Sure.
I've not noticed that volume of lower priced magazines. So are you noticing lower priced items selling recently?
I'm noticing that, but I'm also noticing those super low offers in the higher end magazines, like fashion stuff, international Vogues and so forth, things like that. And those, like I said, it depends. If I'm asking 50 on a Vogue and it's been there for 3 or 4 years, and they want to offer 25, seems pretty low. I might go to 30 or 35, but again, I'm moving on. I'm getting $30 out of a magazine, so I know I didn't pay anywhere near that. So I still may say, hey, we got 800,000 items that should be selling. We're only selling 200 a day now instead of 300. We got to make the difference up. So I may let things go like that if they've been around for a while.
Do you think that the buyers are sensing blood in the water?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely. And I think I've sent you more insulting offers this week than I have in a while, so.
Yeah, so just kind of, I guess you need to take a look at your own business as well. Again, we've been around quite a while. We've been through downturns before. We've been through good times before. Eventually, it will turn around. I am blessed where I do have the day job currently, blessed and cursed, but I am blessed where I have the day job currently as well, so I don't need to make the sales. That being said, obviously, I do like to make the sales. I like to have money coming in. And the other side of it for me as well is, as much of it as anything else, space. Because I do have a limited amount of room that I can continue to put listed items into.
Right.
And if I've already got items listed, if I can open up space in those boxes, guess what? I know I can put stuff there.
And you can make room for, say, an aviation banker bags collection.
I could. Indeed, I could. Okay. At some point.
Wow.
So Mr. Magazine is going to be making me offers on all of my items tonight, which will be wonderful.
Very low. Insulting. The most insulting. You'll be the winner tonight.
But yeah, do think about it that way from time to time. Would you rather have that item that you paid $1 for, or would you rather have $10? And obviously, if it's worth $100 and you know you're going to get the $100 over time, do not sell it for $10. But certainly if it's been on there for a while, or if it's a more common item, make the sale, move the product, because in our experience, once you start making one, it's almost like the dam breaks and more sales start coming in.
Right.
So hopefully that helps you a little bit with a little bit of a different philosophy. You got to kind of figure out different times you do different ways of doing things. And I think that that's working out fairly well for me. And in fact, there are times where I will literally look at an offer and I'll say, do I really want to keep this item?
Exactly.
And it's a different way of thinking from the way that I usually think.
Yeah.
And sometimes I say, yeah, I'd rather keep the item than get that amount of money. Yeah. But there are other items that I just say, yeah, it's borderline offer. I'll just move the item on out. Because the other side of it is next week, but certainly a year from now, do you think I'm going to remember that I had that item?
No.
Exactly.
Well, I have an idea for myself, which if things get really bad and I really need to move product and take offers, only accept offers at my warehouse. Because then someone says, say they're making me an offer like $5, $8, and I got to look around like, there's no room here. There's no room here. You know, one magazine, you got to start somewhere. One little magazine, one record. It all starts somewhere.
Start somewhere. Yeah. And somebody makes you a $5 offer on a postage stamp. All right. Hit the like button if you could, and we will see you next video.
Take care, brother.